Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm James. I'm not a streamer. I am the sound lead for TFTC, and this is TFTC. I'm the first person to look at it who hasn't been the creator. Well, lead developer, I guess you'd call him. I'm not sure you'd even call him lead. Whatever, let's go into it. So this, as you can see, is a little different than what you'd be used to. Currently the concourse is backwards. I don't know if we're going to change this or not, but you can hear my music in the background, fully orchestrated, brand new soundtrack. And you've got all the various doors. You've got your film room, pilot proving grounds, that's still a work in progress. You've got your briefing room, and you've got your flight simulator. So we could go to the flight simulator, but you know, we've seen clips of that. What we're going to do is we're going to play in invulnerable mode on medium the first level of TIE Fighter Reimagined, and I'll talk you through the differences between this and standard TIE Fighter. First, the obvious one is that there's no briefing officer. No briefing officer whatsoever. And there's no secret order agent, but we'll show you how we've used the X-Wing Alliance engine to get around that. So we'll go to our briefing room, and you'll notice there'll be a slight bug here. Tell you what, there it is.
After the destruction of the Rebel base on Hoth, we have been experiencing a significant increase in freighter traffic around our outpost D-34. As a result, we will be increasing our patrols around the station, inspecting any and all unknown craft as they enter the area. To accomplish this, target each freighter and transport, then fly close enough for your ship's sensors to determine what cargo the vessel has on board. During inspections, slow your craft down and be
Anyway, you get the idea. Now you go to the actual briefing.
Alpha, Beta and Gamma squadrons will be out on patrol around outpost D-34.
And I'll stop you there, Angel. He's the guy who does the voice acting for the brief officer. You'll hear the music in the background. And you're like, hey, hold on. This is I think it is. Why is it playing in the middle of a briefing? I've extended the briefing recordings, so you will actually hear a medley throughout the briefing. Some of the briefings will last longer than, they used to, and as a result I've extended the audio. So you'll hear the secret order music, you'll hear the briefing music, and everything will just sound lovely, trust me. Anyway, our mission here is to fly around D-34 and inspect. So I'll play this and you can see, this is preliminary audio by the way. All this will be re-recorded. This is just an alpha. So we'll hit play.
Your mission is to inspect all cargo-carrying vessels as they pass by our station. We are on the lookout for rebel forces that are fleeing from their base on Hoth.
Simple enough, yeah? So, we'll go to the hangar.
TIE fighters from Alpha,
you get the idea. It'll repeat itself, in case you missed a certain bit. But this is a simple mission, and this is reimagined, so it will be slightly different than what you're used to. And this is an obvious start. You have the X-Wing Alliance hangar system. So you will start from a hangar or a ship, and you can see ships taking off and landing and so on. And you'll also notice the beautiful X-Wing Alliance Upgrade Project 2020, which will be, I often say, X-Wing Alliance Upgrade will come with TFTC. It's the opposite. TFTC will be part of the X-Wing Alliance Upgrade, and all that entails. There are many new features with the latest X-Wing Alliance Upgrade project, which I'll not go into because I'm not sure I'm allowed to talk about them or not at the minute. But enough waffling from me. Let's launch and see what happens. And you can also look about the cockpit. It has all the usual stuff going on. Okay, we're in an unshielded TIE Fighter, and we take off. Now, I am running an i3, I believe, with 8 gigabytes of RAM.
Incoming ships. Entering the area near Buoy B-18.
So, I'm just gonna cycle through like an idiot.
Inspect all craft.
Transports requesting permission to pass through this sector.
So, we have the usual. We have a whole pile of craft. We'll dump our lasers into our engines, and you'll see the reactive cockpit, you'll see the reactive music, everything's nice, and we'll just fly through here. Tell you what about that boy there? He's new, isn't he? We have not seen him before. Missed one. So, as you can see, it's a little bit different. But that's not a problem. I actually failed this mission the first time round, so be prepared for that. It could happen. So let's get that Murian transport. Swing by here. As you can see, it's slightly different than your standard TIE fighter. It's got that X-Wing Alliance style sort of flight engine where you can actually turn in mid-flight, which is nice. Let's see. I'm cycling through a T, but that's just out of habit. You can actually cycle through more efficiently. I've been told numerous times when I've been testing this, why are you doing it that way? You know, and it's just habit. So we find the rebels on the freighters, but as you can see, in Reimagined, not only is our briefing officer new and different, we have some more freighters to inspect. So we've got to get to Data 1 now. Come on! And you can see why I dumped my laser fire into my engines now. So they're still flying their flight plan, but they're all inspected now. So we need to go to the Star-Crossed, and that is still flying its flight plan. But as you can hear from the dynamic soundtrack, we got some Rebel Starfighters. So we've got the Star-Crossed there, and assisting capturing rebels. So we've done our inspection duty. We just need to protect the transports now. So we'll dump a bit of laser fire back in. No shields, obviously, because we're in a TIE fighter. And you'll see my terrible dogfighting skills. But here's another thing about Reimagined that has changed. So you can choose to do that. You can, help the transports or not. I don't bother. I want to get involved in the dogfighting. But look at the beautiful glowing laser fire. You have a whole pile of Imperial craft there to help. You don't have to do everything by yourself. The entire mission does not hinge upon you doing absolutely everything. So as you can see, we're flying out there. We're like, right, let's go. And there's already a whole pile of craft out there. And the beautiful view distance that you have from X-Wing Alliance's engine that has been nicely upgraded by the X-Wing Alliance upgrade project means that we can actually sit back and see the battle happening. There's some nice sound. There will be more sounds. Currently the voices are set to 16 for some reason. Not entirely sure about that. But as you can see, this is a well protected area of commerce, so we don't have to. There, I got one! Hooray! Yeah, we don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. And you can also hear. I don't know if you noticed there. Let me just take out this. Thank you. New wingmen, which we're trying to work on, and also there is a new tactical officer, because we couldn't find the tactical officer files. So one of the members of our team just said, hey, what about just using a droid? A sort of cold, impersonal, in-feeling Imperial droid. And that's a great idea, So we did it. And you should have a choice eventually to have a human as your tactical officer. But in the meantime, the droid is inoffensive, he's fun, and there's a good balance along all the radio transmissions. So we got some Corellian transports coming in here. They're unknown, and they don't look friendly.
Alpha 2, there are some new craft to inspect.
New craft? I don't like it. That's getting close. Let's turn our lasers down. Let's get speed along at 140 something, 130 something.
Primary target update. They have
There we go.
captured.
Victory
Attacking craft dead ahead.
and victory speech. Isn't that great? Obviously, you see at the top there's some additional radio stuff going on, but here you're going above and beyond. Like, you're getting bonus points
Captured freighter.
because these guys are being inspected even though you weren't asked to. So it's saying, hey, if you want, you can do this additional stuff, you know? But it's not necessary. Your goal is complete, your mission is done. But if you really want, you can push yourself that little bit further and potentially kill yourself in the process, you know? And this is something worth noting. I'll slow down right here. There are brand new craft. Look at that one.
Illegal narcotics detected on the Cinder.
And we've got illegal narcotics on it. So, we've got some stormtrooper transports coming out,
Transport Omega has been dispatched to board her.
and they will check it out. And you'll see here D-34 is under attack from these transports. So, we'll come in, boost our lasers, and join in the firefight. Beautiful explosions, planetary backdrops. That looks vaguely like Arrakis, doesn't it? It's like Jupiter meets Arrakis. Great stuff. So, the Cinder will be seized, and that's the first mission, essentially. As you can see, there's a whole pile of like different things going on here. Different craft, and the idea was to sort of make it more lifelike, you know? The platform is seen as a sort of major area of commerce passing through. We'll just do a dizzying little spin here, and we'll take our lasers off. And as you can hear, there's some serious stuff going on there. But the Cinder, there it is, yep, being disabled by those transports. But that's not our problem. We could get more bonus points, I think, if we stuck around and, you know, had the Cinder, you know, completely disabled and, you know, boarded and so on. But we've decided collectively, nah, had enough, we're going home. So there we go, we made it home, into the station, and we'll go to the debriefing now.
You have discovered a freighter full of rebels trying to escape from their base on Hoth. Excellent work. As we expected, fleeing rebels are trying to sneak through this sector. The interrogation of these prisoners should help us in tracking more of them down. We captured a freighter full of rebels.
So there you are. That's the opening of the TIE Fighter Reimagined campaign. But I want to show you one more thing. Let's go to the flight simulator. And you'll see Battle 1 Aftermath of Hoth, which is the original sort of title of the battle and so on. But if we go here, the opening pilot training missions for the first 4 craft are all here. So you have your opening TIE Fighter mission, your opening interceptor mission, your opening bomber mission, and your assault gunboat mission. And all the additional missions will be available within this flight sim. So it's a sort of nice, gentle opening, because with TIE Fighter, as some of you will already know, you have to play the opening training missions to sort of figure out each craft. And this is by default in the new campaign. So it's nice. We'll not run through those now. I've spent enough time waffling on about this. The other thing to note, we'll just briefly go to the hangar.
Our interrogation of the rebels in preparation for
and I'll show you briefly what I'm talking about, what I'm blethering on about. Right, we're in the hangar at the minute, and you'll note when you get the chance to install TFTC that this does not look like it should. And the reason for that is that I've turned down the bloom settings. Now it's very important to note this, because bloom is a matter of personal preference. And the X-Wing Alliance upgrade project has the bloom setting a little higher. So I think that's decent for me, but it also allows you to change it quite easily in the new update. So don't worry about if it looks different to you or plays different to you. There is a degree of customizability now that means you don't have to go into notepad files and change things manually. And you know what? Let's have a quick run through of this, shall we? Why not? So, look out for stolen shuttle and inspect. We can do that, can't we? So, I'm just annoyingly... You'll also spot, you know, there's all kinds of craft just floating around the place. Z95s. Fine. There, that'll teach them. One laser shot. Alright, the Z95s, not going to be much of a problem. The Y-Wings, on the other hand...
A2, attacking craft, dead ahead.
Yes, they are. Alright, you'll have heard the radio there. Yeah. I'll just deal with you guys first. Come here.
Got him.
Yes. Now, we don't have to worry about them. It's those Y-Wings that are an issue, because you see that the Y-Wings are launching torpedoes. And it's a whole pile of torpedoes. So what we're going to do is we are going to help by taking out some of these torpedoes and preventing them from hitting the station. Now, in the Reimagine campaign, the starships actually prevent torpedoes from hitting them. They have the Alliance style of being able to deal with torpedoes. There's some more. So we're doing as requested, and we're taking out torpedoes here. There we go. And we can rely on our wingmen to deal with those pesky Y-Wings and Z95s. Right, that gold is getting a bit close there. Let's come on in and deal with him. Hey, gold. Thank you. You're next. Oh, come here. I got something for you. You're goddamn right I'm brilliant. I'm the greatest TIE fighter pilot ever. Ah, more torpedoes. And are heading towards the station. Quickly! Destroy them all! Whew.
Message from Mission Critical Craft. They are under starfighter attack. You have attacked a friendly craft.
Some of my laser fire got a bit close there, and they weren't pleased. So I will explain the torpedo issue shortly. Come here. Ah! Nearly got him. Nearly. Trail, James. Trail. There we go. And as you can see, my wingmen are helping me out here, you know. It's not an issue. These early missions, you know, you're part of a team, you're hanging out with your buddies, shooting down all the rebels. It's not too hard, you know. But yes, the reason that I'm so adamant about these Y-Wings being a threat is because X-Wing Alliance's torpedo load is different than TIE fighters. The way they behave with torpedoes is different. They'll come in and they'll fire a full load of torpedoes rather than like a half load or just a handful like they used to. Slight frame drops there, but that's my machine. And as a result, it means that Y-wings and bombers can be quite a difficult prospect. And we've rebalanced a lot of the reimagined campaign to deal with that. And one of the ways we've rebalanced that is by allowing the Alliance-style starfight capital ships to take out those torpedoes. Now you'll also note that I'm not talking about Classic. That's because the Classic behaviour is still there. So look for a stolen shuttle and inspect. There's an unknown shuttle going on here. Is that it? That's a transport. Is that the one? There's the unknown shuttle. Come here, you. So, we'll take our lasers into our engines and fly on in and see what's going on here. Yeah, those transports don't look good. I'll deal with the shuttle. I'll tell you what, the shuttle might not last long enough. Look at that. Wow. There we go. Its shields are down, but it's those transports we want to look at. And there's Y-wings there as well, causing issues. Am I going to get there in time? I'm not sure. I don't think I am, you know. Look at that. They're attacking the station. You! Just dumbfiring some lasers. Strafe that transport. But fortunately my wingmen have come to my aid. And they're helping. And obviously transports are not as good at moving around. They're not as mobile, so it's a bit of a one-sided contest. What we've got to prevent is the transports from hurting the station. And those missiles, those concussion missiles... Oh, look at that! Am I in range? Just! And as you can see, the station itself is firing at some of those torpedoes and preventing them from hitting. Alright, that is not default behaviour in the Classic campaign. Classic will stay true, but to account for that, what we've done is we've reduced the torpedo load. Yeah, I know I'm fighting the station, sorry. Yes, we've reduced some of the torpedo loads so that it's balanced. Because ultimately, we are playing in a different engine. And there is difference, you know? Oh, come here, you.
Great shot.
Thank you. Custom wingman thanking me. Isn't that great? We're still having a few issues with them. It's all hook based, it's very complicated. Hopefully by release date we'll have it sorted. If not, we'll get a patch in eventually.
This is 3. I've got a striker
Alright.
firing at me.
Are you noticing the problem here?
Over here.
There's a whole pile of Corvettes!
I've got a starship on me.
And some more Y-wings coming in. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to prioritise the Corvettes. I know that sounds crazy. Yeah, our modified frigate's down. So we're in a bit of trouble here. And torpedoes! No! So I didn't get to the Y-wings in time. They got their torpedo load off. So I have to play defense, as the Americans would say, and clear out these torpedoes. Come on! And as you can see, the hitboxes of the torpedoes have been increased to sort of allow for this defensive stance. So you can actually screen certain structures and starfighters from torpedo attack, which is nice, you know? It's not like picking a needle out of a haystack kind of scenario. Come on. trailing shots. That's you. Bye-bye. I will keep it up. Thank you. Now, the real problem is that the corvettes are coming in. But, as the radio has transmitted, there are some assault gunboats coming to the rescue. More torpedoes! All the torpedoes! We just weren't quick enough to deal with those Y-wings. It's a perilous scenario. But as you can hear from the music, we're actually quite confident. We think we can do this, you know? It's not playing Panic. I hate when it plays Panic. You know, you've got your work cut out for you then. Lots of laser fires and flashes, lots of stuff going on. But I think we'll be okay. But this is very worrying now. Look at this. A whole pile of corvettes just wiping out our fighters. We can barely deal with the Z-95s with all this Corvette screening going on. And it flew into the Corvette! Oh dear. But those of you who know, there is one thing left. And that's a lovely Nebulon B frigate and the ISD Hammer. So what we'll do is we'll just have a look at these Corvettes. What's that? Oh, that's right. Hello. Yeah, not so cocky now, are you?
Hey, two, keep your distance.
No, I want to watch this. Suddenly, the tide has turned. Yes. A whole pile of assault transports, an Imperial Star Destroyer, and suddenly the Corvettes are going boom. And that's what I like, you know? The new reimagined missions, they're pretty high octane, but they're fair. Like, I'm not a great pilot. There we go. We've dealt a blow to those stupid rebels. And I don't think, yeah, that Z-95's not gonna last. So we'll leave it there. And into the hangar we go. And that is TFTC, or at least a glimpse of the alpha with the new 2020 update. It's beautiful, it plays wonderful, it'll play even better on your system than mine, trust me, and the level of customization that you can apply now to allow for performance is tremendous. And look at that shot, isn't that tremendous? So, I don't have much more to say about it. It speaks for itself, really. You didn't really need me blevering over the top of it. But TFTC should be out sometime early next year. We're not set on a release date. It's very much a case of when it's done. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And it's done with the blessing of the rest of the team, which is nice. And you can expect more TFTC updates from Angel's YouTube channel, which I will link in the description. Thanks for watching. Happy flying.